Well. Hello, everybody. Oh, that was pushing it tight for time. Did I actually start on time? I think I was about a minute late, was I? Which is, I think it's my first late start. Wow, I pushed that tight. It's, takes an hour to drive from home to here, and I got here about 15 minutes ago. So it was a very, very quick setup, about a 8 minute setup or something like that. Slap it together quickly. Run the tripod out. I don't even know if I'm in the best spot. I think I'm in a great spot actually, but ambient could be interesting. We'll see what happens. There's a few people around today. It's a bit busy. Hopefully I can get a mic check as well. Everyone will let me know that you can actually hear me. Oh, what a rushed setup. The main thing is though, I beat the cruise ship. I did beat the cruise ship. So the cruise ship's probably actually about 15 minutes away, or maybe a little bit more than that. It's due in 12:45, but that's normally they come in a little bit after. We'll see how we go. And I'm also set up right in amongst a bunch of people, so this could be an interesting one. I'm sure I'm going to get some funny looks, but such is life of the streamer. I've got to get into this one. I'm going to play a little bit of catch up because I'm surprised there's actually so many of you in the chat for a midday cruise ship stream. But the fact that there's a cruise ship coming in at midday, you know that I'm not going to miss that. And the other one is this is the largest cruise ship that will visit us this year, or this season, should I say. It's already been here. Well, no, sorry, I lie. It hasn't been here that many times because the first time it actually tried to come into Tauranga, it had to abandon it due to extreme winds. So it was just off the coast, just aiming towards the harbour, and then last minute it went, nope, I'm out. So, but it has been here at least once, maybe twice so far this season. And today we get it in again. Yeah, to see it in so late in the afternoon. Normally they come in at like 6 a.m. in the morning, but it's come from Napier, which would be pushing it to get here in an overnight trip. So obviously it's taken them a little bit longer to get up here, which is perfectly fine, Right, I'm just going to go right back to the very start, try and catch everybody because I can. So Duka 533, I love that one, Andy. I love that change. Suzanne, how you going? Davo from Karapiro is here as well. Be Real NZ, good morning to you, or good afternoon it is here. It possibly was good morning when you said that. Christine Frank, how are you? George Patterson from Christchurch, good to see you. Aviation Pete, welcome to shipping as well as aviation. You know, we mix it all up here. Harvey, how are you? Whoops, I got to be careful doing that. I accidentally keep tapping and trying to report people's comments. That will not go down well. I'm also going to show you something a little bit different because I can. Look, let's have a look at the tugs. So while the tugs are parked up there, we know that the cruise ship's still a bit out. We'll see the tugs head out first. That'll be our warning that the ship is making its way around the mount. Carolyn, good morning to you, Carolyn. I haven't even given Carolyn warning that I'm streaming. I'm just like, a very impulse. You know what? I'm going to stream and do it. And Carolyn just turns up. So, Carolyn, apologies for not giving you any heads up. But thanks for turning up. I do appreciate that. Karen Glenn, good morning. Another beautiful day as well over here. So, absolutely loving it. Just seeing who I've missed. Steve Reds, hello. Scotty Frog and Sock. New Zealand has the best pies. We do indeed. Best fish and chips too. Trish, hello. Oops, I did it again. I've got to stop doing that. Otherwise, Carolyn's going to have to try and fix my mistakes. Oh, why is that not working? That's not ideal. I may have to quickly go and do something. Or maybe it'll come. No, there we go. It's come right now. It has come right. Awesome. No worries, says Carolyn. It was a nice surprise. Cheers. Oh, look at this. We've got a tug on the move. So there's Tai Tumu heading on out. We even have an emoji now for that. So I quickly this morning as I was preparing to leave the house, slapped together some emojis. So they are very much slapped together. I apologise. They're probably a little bit basic and stuff, but had to get something going. Right, why is that not charging? I think I've got a dodgy connection already. I've shoving my camera in and out of my bag, fully kitted, the cables don't like it very much when you leave it all wired up. I need to do a little bit more work on the setup. All right, nice sounds of the sea, the ocean. You can see the harbour is absolutely flat today. There is no wind at all. It's absolutely beautiful day out here too. So, makes it very nice. All right, and let's see if these are going to work as well. So, boom, boom, here, dum. Johnny Big Mac. Yes, top on the screen. Awesome. Johnny Big Mac coming in with 5 gifted memberships, so that's 5 more people becoming part of the Kiwi crew. So thank you very much, Johnny Big Mac. Those 5 people get to now hang out, get the baby Kiwi, play with all those stickers as well, and all round just have a good time. Decided not to do members only for this one, and we're going to try it. We're going to risk do a bit of an experiment with the algorithm and see what harm it could possibly do. I mean, so far we've got good viewership, so I'm not complaining at all. Our other tug, Sir Robert, is heading out today as well, so it'll probably still just be the 2 tugs. That's all they'll need. Nice to see Sir Robert always getting an outing. It looks like there might be some work actually being done on Tai Party, judging by the mechanics vehicles parked up on the dock next to it. So. And following on from Johnny Big Mac, Tan Man has come in with the oh damn it, Tan Man! I've sorted out the code for fixing it. I just haven't actually pushed it through. Oh, Tan Man coming in with the super sticker there. NZ 399 super sticker from Tan Man saying a Shiba dog with a big smile on his face tilting his head. Oh dear, oh dear. Cheers for that, Tan Man. I appreciate it. Anyone know Pilot Boat? The Pilot Boat, Harvey, is out there at the moment. It'll be in a moment actually. We'll very possibly see it come motoring by. Unless, no, I don't think it's in yet. Last I saw it was out at the cruise ship dropping off. I think there was another ship that went out, so there's every chance that maybe the Pilot Boat's doing a pickup as well. But we'll likely see that motor on in soon ahead of the cruise ship, depending on how many other ships they're looking at working over the gap. Absolutely beautiful day over here. The water is incredible. Look, let's quickly see if we can kill the stream. Check out this water. Look at how clear it is and how calm it is. Sitting at high tide today instead of low tide as well. So the water here is actually nice and deep. Or reasonably deep, should I say. Looks like there's a local rowing club or Wakarama club or something down here practicing as well. Or a school group or something. So you're probably going to hear some funny noises from them. I don't know what you can actually hear. Can you hear the little waves and the seagulls and stuff? I don't know how loud that ambient is for you all. I don't want to make it too loud because I don't know what we're going to hear in such a large group of people. Johnny Big Mac growing the channel. Will. Yeah, thanks, man, for that. I appreciate it. Marcus wants to know when I'm going to Auckland next. At this stage, most likely Thursday. So I'm trying to do Thursdays reasonably regularly. I've just got to check on a couple of things today to know that I'm definitely able to go up there on Thursday, but no reason I shouldn't be able to. This will be also a reasonably short stream, maybe an hour or so. We'll see how long it takes them to sort of dock, and we might watch them tie the boat up and stuff, see what we can see. But we're not going to hang around for an excessively large amount of time. I do have some work to get done this afternoon, so I do have to get back home, do the hour drive back home. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, Aviation Pete. Talking to Aviation Pete. All good. All good. Yeah, for some of you, it's probably still morning. For us, it's lunchtime. Alex, water planes. No water planes here. No, Tauranga doesn't have any water planes. I mean, boats, I guess, are water planes, and they do get on a plane if that works for a term. We certainly won't be seeing, well, we might see some boats on a plane. We'll see what happens. Unfortunately, my favourite float plane is actually out of action at the moment because the engine blew on it in midair. So it's needless to say, it's not flying at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. But how you going, Alex? Alright, we can't be too far off. First tugboat has ducked around the corner. And we probably won't get to hear any call horns because these guys just have normal horns. They're not like the princess ones that play the Love Boat tune the whole way in and out. But you never know. You never know what we might hear. Franksy, how you doing? Oh, Franksy's saying he used to take his wife overseas every week for about 5 years, company paid. He used to take the barge to Matakana Island to get the logs. Oh, fun times. Did you go out of Omokoroa or did you go out of Tauranga itself? Dan Man's enjoying the shots. Yeah, it's, I mean, how can you go wrong on a stunning day like this? I'll also apologise now for any anything you may hear from the kids out on the little outriggers. Right, can't be far away now. What's our app saying? It's still outside the entrance, so we've still probably got about another 5 minutes at least until it comes in. Assuming that that is up to date, 2 minutes ago. So just a little bit of time to come, but that's all good. We can check out some of these yachts and around here while we're at it. In this beautiful weather. It's a nice looking yacht, that one. Haven't got a chance to see a gin palace come through yet. So, made a little gin palace sticker. If anyone knows the term gin palace, it's yes, those nice fancy pleasure cruises that you get to see out here. Reasonable gathering of people on the beach. Nothing too excessive. Obviously, it is a work day today, but I'd say a few people will come down, have their little lunch break down here, or get an opportunity to see it. Also, looking forward to next Saturday. I'm double checking. I'm pretty sure it's next Saturday. Queen Mary 2 from Cunard. A really fancy, really large cruise ship will be in town. So Just trying to figure out what my plans will be for that. I don't know if I'll be here for the arrival. That's about a 5 a.m. Arrival, but an 8 p.m. departure, I believe. So we'll probably look at, look at enjoying that. I feel like 8 p.m. is a good time. Not quite dark. It's actually almost right on sunset, so should be good. Out of Sulphur Point, yeah. And there was a sawmill on Matakana. Oh, I didn't know about the sawmill. LTLT 900 saying thanks. You're welcome. Someone's motoring on in there. Possibly going out for a bit of a fish. Trish, you've been on Queen Mary too. Nice, nice. Yes, one of the four cruise ships out of Cunard, based in the UK. Unfortunately, missed Disney this year. I think I've got to double check, but I'm pretty sure I've missed Disney already. Saw Disney last season. Anyone wondering what Frankie's talking about? There's this island over here, all those trees over there. Shows how long ago Frankie was carting them out if there's trees there. What's that?
What's coming there?
Anthem of the Seas. Cruise ship, Anthem of the Seas.
So there must be a special big one.
It's big. 4 months till you get to sit on the boat out the beach. Yeah. I haven't got my boat out this season at all. I feel so bad for myself and for my boat. It's just, I don't know. It's been an interesting year. So just kind of never got round to getting the boat sorted for the season and getting it out. So got to decide what to do with it. Anyone wants to buy a boat, get in touch. Mill closed about 20 years ago. That explains it, Francie. It actually takes a surprisingly long time for the cruise ships to make it around the mount. So if I'm just doing photos, I can go over to the beach, get photos of it ducking in behind the mount, and then I can drive over here and be ready for photos of it coming back out from the mount at this view that we're looking at now. So surprisingly large amount of time between that it takes to actually get around the mount. Ooh, can I zoom in time for that one? Got a all black plane landing at the airport. There we go. Who says there's not some plane spotting on a ship spotting stream? Lots of ships to spot too down there. See, the port is in action. Lots of ships in the port. Looks like they're going to have just enough room to squeeze it in front of that large bulker there. Dave, I reckons go fishing behind Matakana. You know what? The harbour is fishing really well at the moment. So I do need to get back over here. The problem we got to is we got bored trying to tow a boat an hour. And I mean, how bad is that, you know? Getting the boat ready, towing it an hour over here. So that's why we just haven't used it so much. So I'm going to look at what to do next with it. Alex, mate, you want me to deliver the boat to Brisbane and stream the way here? Well, I'm sure we could work something out. Get a Starlink up and running on it. Make sure we have absolute perfect weather for a long enough period of time and a lot of fuel. All right, we can see the cruise ship. We can just see the sneak peek of it over the top of the mountain there. DVD Farms, yeah. Tow our boat an hour to and from the lake 2 to 4 times a week in the summer. Alright, there she is. Anthem of the Seas, making her way into the harbour. Harvey. So I used to go up on that mountain quite a bit. Unfortunately, it is closed at the moment. There was a fatal landslide on there a few weeks ago, and there's something like 30-something odd landslides around the mountain. So off limits now. We'll just focus on the cruise ships in the harbour instead. Benny Spotter, she is huge. She is huge indeed. I mean, look at the tug in comparison. The tug is tiny, absolutely tiny. Suzanne's still here. I believe she's been on the sister ship of this one. I think she went on Ovation of the Seas. And this one will be loaded, something like 4,500 passengers. So if we have a look, we can sort of see up on top there. There's a lot of people out for the look on a beautiful sunny summer's day. I can't remember what they call that thing on the top. It's like the magic eye, not the magic eye, but something like that. So that's a big arm that goes up in the air and lets you see really cool views, like 360-degree views all around. Benny Spotter's getting excited for his cruise. Nice. No, not overly wide. Not overly wide. I mean, to think that we're basically at high tide and the... Ooh, where's that going? The sandbank is actually still visible, so... Grant, it changed a lot since you're a kid roaming the streets. Yeah, a little bit. Suzanne saying yes, she did Ovation. So Ovation of the Seas is identical to this one. This is part of, they call it the Ovation class. So this is part of that. Where'd this boat come from? So this one's last port of call was Napier. So it was in Napier yesterday. Then I think after this, it might be going to the Bay of Islands, or is it heading straight to Sydney after this? I can't remember. thought Radiance of the Seas was huge. Yeah. So this is a Royal Caribbean ship. They have the world's largest cruise ship as well, Icon of the Seas. Won't see that over this way. That's based out of Miami and pretty much stays there all year round. They're going to have to turn the boat. Indeed, Harvey, indeed. So that's why it's really cool to actually see the boats arrive, because we're going to get to see them do a 180-degree turn with this before they manoeuvre their way into the dock. Franksy, you cheeky son of a gun. Oh, saying that you used to go up the mount. Wait till they have a taxi service going to the top. Actually, I've been to the top a few times, but for streaming I never went that high. So there's actually a lookout platform, which I think I can see from here, that I used to go to. There's the gate. There you go. There's my table there. So I used to sit at that table there and stream the harbour. So there is actually, I believe, a YouTube stream of mine from up there. Harbour spotting or something like that, where we got to watch a... oh, come around this way, come around this way. Fighter jet. Oh, come on, sort yourself out, Focus. I've lost it to the trees. It's one of the local Albatross, I believe, fighter jets from Fighter Jet NZ, based at the airport here. Out for a scenic flight. You can book yourself in for a scenic flight on one of those. Yeah, Suzanne, have you booked the next cruise yet? Northern Star, there we go. Suzanne probably knows more about these boats than I do, having been on one. Karen Glenn, for me, it's the thought of being trapped with 4,000 people is awful. How many of them are nice human beings? No thank you, put you on a plane and get off pretty quick. So it's all in which cruise you choose, so which ship and which company. So some, they'll cost more, but you'll have less people. You know, you get smaller, more exclusive ships. You can... How's that ambient for everyone? Do you want to touch more? Oh, that might make everyone have to go to the bathroom if we get too much in the way of that. We might all fall asleep on me. So it's all about picking your cruise ship. Some are more family friendly, some are more adult specific. Is there rubber on the tugboat so they don't get damaged? Indeed, yes. Can we have a good look there at Sir Robert? So you'll see the whole outside of Sir Robert. Oopsie, let's get some focus on you, mate. It's a whole rubber thing all around. And they also have tyres and stuff along the side as well for extra cushioning where they need it. Duka duka. Sense there's a niche in the market for scenic flights and fighter helicopters. I'm liking your thinking. I'm liking your thinking. How do we get on one of them? See, look at, now compared to the other day, look at how busy this is. Look at all the people up on the top deck. It's just absolutely crazy. Just trying to get the camera to actually focus on the right boat. Look down here, you can see the sandbar on the other side there. So it's got a very small gap to fit between essentially the and the channel there. So that sandbar's just on the outside of the channel on the other side.
your angles. Are you streaming?
Yep.
Are you streaming?
Love cruising as a holiday. Good people far away the bad people. Yeah, totally, totally. Jeff saying being Tauranga raised, miss going down to Pilot Bay, Mount Maunganui to watch the ships go. It's definitely one of the nicest places to be, and also a very popular location, which I absolutely love. Bombarded by seagulls here. Trans-Tasman ship on a container ship. Interesting thought. A little bit different. Suzanne, yeah, I mean, that's very true. Yeah, there is a lot of room on the ship, and it's all about, you know, picking your times and stuff like that. Remembering that, like, when you get to New Zealand, basically every day you're stopping in a port like this. You go off the ship, go and do things. You can either go and do an expedition or whatever, as booked by the, you know, book it on the thing or book it yourself, or just go off and just wander. You're allowed to do whatever you want when you reach each town. So. Sounds like they're having a party on board the boat. The music is cranking. Look at the comparison of size. There you go. Look, there's a gin palace for you. Looks like a dinghy. All right, so pretty much they're going to start turning her now. So the bow will kind of just sit about where it is now, maybe a little bit more headway forward, and then we'll watch the back end swing. How busy's a few people out on the wharf there, Salisbury Wharf. Real shame is I can't go any wider on the camera to actually show you the full boat in a turn, but that's all right. We'll pick our bits and pieces. So the tug on the back is actually gone to the other side to help pull around. And this one at the front is just going to help steady it to make sure that the bow doesn't go out of line. If it's 1 p.m. my time now, what time's it due to sail tonight? 8. About 8 p.m. I believe it is.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock.
Yes. Avoid the supermarket on pension day. Good point. Alright. I see the back end start turning now. You can see the wash coming out the side. So these ships all have the Azipod steering. So basically instead of just a traditional propeller, they actually have a total rotatable engine essentially. So they can turn it all the way around sideways to maneuver. And they may use them later, we'll see. But you'll see this one also has, it looks like 4 big bow thrusters under there. So you can see the markings on the side for the bow thrusters. All sorts of cool markings on ships as well. That one says it's got a bulbous bow, so essentially there's a big bulbous bow sticking out the front of there. Basically it's all about breaking it up so that the bow wave is not destructive to the boat itself. Does this one have a helipad? No. So what these do have is they have a winch point. So if there is a medical emergency, they can winch people off, but not a helipad, so to speak. So, and that'll just be up in the middle there. Just be a large winch point. You can see just how close it comes in there. Huge ship to be right in close. It's just how much room it needs to turn. Actually, some really cool video. If you go look at the Northland Rescue Helicopter Trust, I don't know what they call themselves now, Northern Rescue I think it's under. They have some really cool video of them, I think it's on their Facebook page. But yeah, some really cool video of them going out and doing rescues off of these ships. Really impressive, really impressive. Bit more than just a sick bay on board these. They've almost got their own little hospital. But obviously there's a certain point that people just need proper care. See Sir Robert's just standing by, not having to really do any work. All the turning's being done at the back. Looks like they might be using a tiny little bit of bow thruster. If we look carefully down the front there, you can just make out a little bit of wash coming off of it. You got to remember that this ship's probably got something like 1,500 staff on board as well. So, as well as the passengers. So that, you know, all up, there's probably about 6,000 or so people on board here in total. Karen, you can definitely board cruises from Melbourne. So there's a few different ports you can actually board cruises from. I mean, in theory, you can board them almost from any port that they go to. But the majority of these are based out of Sydney for the summer, or particularly the ones that come to New Zealand anyway. Here we can see the pilot boat coming back in. So I dare say that means that he's been out also servicing more than just this boat. Otherwise, he would have been back in a while ago. Oops, that was the microphone. Jeff Larson, yes, very unfortunate about the mail being closed. Definitely. So if you go back on my YouTube or even my Instagram, I've got a few photos and videos and stuff up from around there, around on the beach. But obviously that's off limits at the moment. What would be really cool? I don't know if I've got the time this week. I've got to talk to my brother. If I can get my boat ready, it would be really cool to bring my boat out on Saturday if the weather's good. Actually follow Queen Mary 2 out for a bit. I have done that too. I don't know if I ever posted the video of that actually. I did it with one of Virgin's ships. Went out and filmed them from out in the harbour alongside them, which was really fun. That's their older pilot boat there. I believe it's called the Arataki. Still a very awesome pilot boat. And I'm thinking there might be another ship coming in, because if we have a look, Sir Robert's heading back for the entrance, which would explain where the pilot boat's been. So what will happen is Sir Robert will head on out. They've decided that the weather is good enough that they don't need a tug on the bow. This ship's definitely got sufficient manoeuvrability. In fact, if we have a look also, even the bigger tug, which I think was Tai Timu, did we say was out? May even go and join soon once they're satisfied that Anthem is going to be perfectly safe getting itself in. You can hear the extra swell coming in from the pilot boat. They do generate a little bit of swell in the harbour. I'm just blown away with how clear the water is at the moment. It is beautiful here. Shows the precision of, you know, so this ship's like 348 metres long or something like that off the top of my head. And it can just casually cruise itself sideways and guide itself into what is essentially a really tiny gap. You know, there's not going to be very much space forward or backward for it to play in. Because as you can see, if I pull out just down to the left of it there, you can actually see the the big bulker sitting on the next dock back from it. So it'll be an absolute precision job. Tugboat donuts. Woohoo! Oops. Stop smacking the microphone. That's what I get when I try and rush and do a very compact setup. Suzanne's definitely wanting to get back on the floaty boaty. I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you at all. Oh, did anyone see that in the back of the camera shot? Here's the fighter jet making its way back in. Whoa. It's been out, done its little journey. What can we see up on the bridge today? Can see some people up in there. Don't like our chances of getting a wave, unfortunately. See, I reckon the viewing platform I'd love to be on is that one up there above the bridge. What a cool view would that be? I do think I should look into a cruise for next season. The question will be which one and where to go. Tanya, hello. Welcome along. A little bit more laid back of a stream, these cruise ship ones. Not as crazy as all the airport departures and arrivals. Trish doing Coral Princess Tuesday next week from Sydney to Singapore for around 3 weeks. Hoo-hoo. Means that they're getting towards the end of the season for some of the ships, unfortunately. I believe Coral Princess is actually in New Zealand at the moment. Might have been the one that was in Wellington yesterday. Off the top of my head. May even be heading this way, actually. Coral Princess was in yesterday. Coral Princess was here yesterday, actually. I lie. Oh, does this count? Does this count, Andy? Where is it? It's not a helicopter. It's a gyrocopter. Is that close enough? Is that close enough to be considered a duka-duka? Looks like they're starting to send lines to shore, if we have a look underneath there. Or at least they're getting ready for them to go to shore. can actually see the crew on the side there. There we go, JVD Farm saying that Coral Princess is on the way to Picton. So left here last night, obviously skipping the rest of the side of the island and heading straight for Picton. Beautiful Port Picton. Wellington is the Crown Princess. I wouldn't have thought it made it from here to Wellington overnight. Oh, no, sorry, Crown Princess instead of Coral. Right, sorry, I'm with you. My apologies. Mixing myself up. Sir Robert's getting bored. He's cruising back in slowly. There's, yeah, Princess is probably one of the biggest cruise companies for New Zealand. I think there's about 4 of their ships or something cruising around here at the moment of various sizes. If my camera's actually not level. Well, it's not. That would explain it. That's alright. Such is life. Deal with it. Packing for a cruise will be easier than packing for a flight. You still have like luggage restrictions and stuff like that. There's still only so much you're allowed to take on board. And they've got a lot of quite strict rules as well. Like things like no charging devices in your rooms when you're not there. Obviously, the safety of the ship is very important to them. Pip and Albert, how you going? Cloudy in Tauranga. No. Cloudy around Tauranga. But if we look up, there's actually, beyond that, there's not a single cloud to be seen at all. So the only clouds are down low over the hills, which makes sense. On a day like today, that's where the clouds are going to be. All the updrafts off all those hills pushing up. But Tauranga itself, absolutely beautiful. Dave, how was it the Māori Cup this weekend? The rowing in Karapiro? You can see just down there the ripples in the water from the bow thrusters pushing as they're trying to hold the boat against the dock before the lines lock it in. To think even on something that weighs hundreds of thousands of tons, there's still weight limits that they have to abide by. They still need to make sure that every bit of weight on the ship is accounted for. And it's all about the stability of the ship and the safety of the ship at the end of the day. Good point, Suzanne. Good point, yes. It is all common sense at the end of the day. Oh, that next tank is still ages out. I think that's all the rowing guys going for a run. Trish saying it depends on the cruise. There's usually a couple of formal nights. Yeah, depending on what ship you're on. But a lot of them, even on the formal nights, it's kind of you can opt in or not. You don't have to do the formal night, but you just don't partake, all right? But I believe Cunard, which is coming on the weekend, I believe they're pretty strict in some of their formal needs. Francie. Oh, I wonder how they stay afloat, get in the bath and go straight to the bottom. You need a bigger bath. That's the answer there. You need a bigger bath. And you need to contour your body a little bit more like a ship as well. Now we're not going to be able to see them put the ramp up on the side because the tugboat is in the way. But they put a nice big ramp off the side there, and this is one of the few locations in New Zealand where the passengers actually just get to walk straight off the ship and straight into the town. A lot of the locations you have to get a shuttle bus to get off the dock, because they're on commercial wharfs. But in this case, because it's right there, it's just a very short walk for them all to pop out and flood the town. We'll see a few thousand people just pile on out. There's a whole bunch of buses parked up down the road there to take people off on their little journeys. With them being here such a short time today, though, it'll be some of the little excursions they go off on will be a little bit different. They won't be able to do any of the nice big long duration ones. Most cruise ships, they come in here for about 12 hours for the day. This one here is obviously, well, it's not even going to be 7 hours by the time anyone gets off. I don't know what they consider the official docking time, whether it's docked now, whether it's when it first bumps, whether it once all the ropes are tied on it. I'm not actually sure. I'll have a look and see, because they'll update on the port website what the official docking time was. Little teeny weeny plane. JVD Farms wants to know if there's still a Kmart in Tauranga. There's tons of Kmarts in New Zealand. Kmart is huge in New Zealand, all throughout the country. They were saying never actually done a cruise, but were booked on an Auckland to Sydney, but it got cancelled last minute. That's a shame. It's one of those ones, if all you want to do is just go and enjoy a cruise and actually going on the boat, then one of those little 3-day journeys to nowhere, or from point A to point B is pretty cool. But if you want to actually go and visit a country, then you do the appropriate one, obviously, that stops all the different ports. There's that little tanker making its way in now. Sir Robert was chilling, waiting for. Obviously, it's only a small ship, so they're not too concerned about going overboard with the tugs on it. Especially on a day like today, it should be fine. Right. Well, there we go. The ovation of, not the ovation, the Anthem of the Seas is now docked here in Tauranga, Mount Maunganui. All the people are going to start flooding out to come and enjoy their day here. Still got a few lines to get across, but for the most part, it is now secure, especially in this beautiful weather conditions. So, I think we might wrap it up. As I say, just a short stream. I will make my way off, head back and get some work done. And keep an eye out for the next stream. I don't know when it'll be, but at this stage, should be Thursday in Auckland. When I get back to Rotorua, I will double check, make sure that make sure that it's all going to work out, but there's no reason it shouldn't. So yeah, with that being said, I don't have any fancy outros. I need to work on a bit of an outro. Something that's not just me saying goodbye. But no, this is cool. This was I surprised them how many people actually came and hung out for this, and we actually held a reasonable number of people for the whole duration of that stream, which is pretty cool. As I say, I'm risking it with the YouTube algorithm, but maybe the YouTube algorithm will actually say, you know what, this guy just does lots of stuff, and let's go with it. So we will try it out. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for the gifted subs and the super chats and super stickers. Everyone who's been chatting and everything like that. If you haven't already though, do hit the like button. Take this opportunity quickly to go and hit that like button before you forget about it. And Carolyn, thank you for being here as well. I appreciate it, especially since I gave you no warning whatsoever. Let's get another shot of Sir Robert doing what he does best. Sitting there on the back, just making sure that that ship coming in doesn't go astray. All right. Have a good rest of your day. Go and enjoy the sun. Hopefully you've all got sun. That's what I'm certainly going to do. All right. Have a good one. See ya.